Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. From last we left off, the Companions of Fate found one of their toughest enemies yet. After escaping the stone titan within the trap chasm and a much needed rest came to you all, you approach your next foe, one of the high walls of the frozen city. With stealth in mind, you all began to climb and scale the huge cracked stone wall, but as the winds began to hit you, it became harder and harder to keep affixed to the sleek icy stone handholds. The first few times you were able to band together and make sure that no one plummeted. However, just as some of you were reaching the top while Gerald and Red were making their third attempt, Theron and Tara began to fall while Rayloff remembered his boots and began to float up to get a rope hoisted and threw it down. And just as the others were falling, Red launches off your back, Gerald, and catches Theron just before he was close to hitting the snow-topped earth. You all stayed close as Theron begins to describe the numerous entities around you which are completely invisible to the rest of you. Yet as soon as you get down the large staircases of Geralf's perimeter walls, you are immediately ambushed by invisible, glassy husks. And after a few moments of getting stabbed and slashed, you all began to use certain things in your arsenal to combat these creatures, whether that was using arcane to seek out the invisible husks, or that much as throwing a pot of ink over one of them. You all continued to combat these fiends, all the while knowing that there is a lot more waiting throughout Geralf. Now, just as you are still within the fray, Theron being covered by Rayloff, Tara keeping the middle ground, and Gerald flipping across the grounds and walls, all the while you have seen Red become this shadow gliding across the battlefield. Gerald quickly heals himself and Theron, all of you finding one last visible husk waiting for you to end their existence, unaware of just how many more there are around. And this is where we pick it up. So, let me just get the right shit on. Alright, that's it. A lot better. Okay, so, picking up from last time, Gerald, you'd finish your turn. Okay, so, it is the Husk's turn. So,
nice.
Let's see. Alright. The one to the far left is going straight for you, Gerald. The one in the center is going to...
The only one that we can't see, well, the only one we can see is that one, and it's the one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But this one does have slow
Yeah.
in the centre. Oh, come on!
At least you're not flanked,
Yeah. Okay, so all of them move.
I guess.
Okay.
Theron, I can tell that your love for the DM is high.
He does love me. It's incredible. Okay.
Bit worrisome.
All right. So the one who has slow on them is going to try and attack you, Rayloff.
Cool. One attack.
No, that is a 5 to hit. That misses completely. You don't see anything or hear anything, Rayloff. You just feel kind of like a slight tug on one of your garbs, just to the left of your chest.
Fair enough.
The one against Tara.
Okay.
I forgot. Hold on, Rayloff, because you can't see them. They have advantage on their attacks. No, it doesn't matter. Rolled complete shit as well. Alright, so
That's good.
Tara, one attack on you. Okay,
Sadly,
yeah,
we don't
that definitely hits with a 24.
Sadly does.
Alright. You take 17 points of piercing damage as you just feel in your stomach just a burn and a stabbing pain familiar to you before as something's pulled out, and you do see actually this is okay, so you as it pulls its like spiked hand out, you see a thick viscous oil coating this elongated, sharp spike,
Okay.
just visible.
Yo. Okay.
All right,
Just for sanity, I'm just going to draw a circle and carry on.
Theron. The one at the very top, they don't have advantage because you can see them. That is a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, use shield against something that low, to be fair.
Yeah, actually, I could use shield.
Do you want to use shield?
Yeah.
Before he rolls damage.
I've already rolled the damage, but I was quick to that. So, okay, so you see behind you one of them
I can't actually.
try and like just launch to you, and you cover up, and the arcane bubble just emanates around you, and you just hear a off of the
That'll
shield.
boost it for the next attack as well.
And the next one,
Yeah.
Which I will be sentinel attacking as well.
okay, that's I think that's going to go above your shield. That is a 24.
I can't use it again because it's only one.
It's,
hit.
It
for
lasts
that-
for your turn. It lasts for
Yeah,
that
well,
this
yeah.
little round. Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, bring it down to 0 then.
No, I
Gotcha.
mean your shield extra AC stays on for this little round while you
Okay.
while you
Until
shielded.
the start of your turn.
Yeah, until the start of the next turn. So, what's your current AC with the +5?
11 plus 5, so 16.
Okay, yeah, so it still hits. So this second one is the only one that hits. You take
Nothing.
you take 16 points of piercing damage as it just drives in through the shield. You see the bubble just almost like undulate as the spiked hand just pierces through it and stabs just into your gut.
The 15 to
Fucking
hit
glass
the
fuckers.
Yeah, and roll for attack rail off for sentinel.
Yeah, 15.
15, that does hit. So roll for damage for me, please.
Whee! That is, I think it's 3. Yeah, 12 for blunt damage.
Okay. You see as you just swing. What are you swinging?
A flare.
Yeah, you swing your flare and launch it towards the one who just attacked the one on the right, and you see just a smattering of glass as it just bursts out, half of its body and shoulder just blown away. Theron and Rayloff, can you both roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh.
I'm assuming I can't see the... Actually, would I be able to see the glass coming off of it?
It isn't an effect.
Okay.
Where is it?
I got
it-
16.
I got 16 as well.
Okay, all right, both of you just make what you need. So you take half damage.
So I take quarter then.
So you take a quarter. So that's 10 points of piercing damage. So 5 to each of you. Oh, sorry, 5 for Theron, 5 points of piercing damage to Theron, and 2 for Rayloff. And Rayloff, in that moment, all those glass shards just all turn towards you and just fly to you. So can you make a dexterity saving throw again for me, please?
Oh boy, I rolled a 1.
Oh.
4 total.
Yeah, luckily, I rolled low, so that's 8 points piercing damage reduced to 4. As the glass shards just create their new pincushion of Goliath. Gerald, the last one is going to take one attack at you, and it's not advantage because you can see it due to the fairy fire. Okay, that is a non-natural 20.
So it hits.
Okay, low rolls. You take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As you do see this one that is completely visible to you. and it's just again almost animatronically, it just moves. It doesn't. There's no wind up. There's no humanity to it. It's just very robotic in the way it just slashes forward. But that is all the Husk's turns. So next up, Theron, you are up with Terra on deck. Theron, what would you like to do?
I'd like to rage.
What is this? I'm just gonna roll for concentration.
Yes.
I've concentrated, so I forgot about taking damage.
No, don't worry about it.
Let's verify.
Which one's the one that stabbed me?
This one on the right of you.
Right. I'm just going firebolt him.
All right, roll with disadvantage for me
Why?
because you're in 5
So
feet.
close.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, I'm gonna get wiped out next time.
Part of the
Right.
phone, man.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. 10 plus 8.
Okay.
10 plus 8 again.
Well, that does hit. Roll for damage for me.
Be nice if I could find the dice. Oh, 10
10 points.
and 5.
So,
Because it's 2d10 at level 5.
okay,
Like,
okay.
above level
okay.
5.
So is it 15 total?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Okay. You almost just push your hands up against the chest of this husk, and you just firebolt it. And you see in its chest the fire just spread and like make this glassy husk glow orange and amber. Just for a moment before you see part of his body just crumple. The lower half begins to turn to sand where you burned, and begins to just flutter down. The shoulders and the head quickly just almost explode into glass. And I want both you and Rayloff to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
And if I said no,
How about
22.
you? Nice.
18 plus 1.
Both of you succeed, half damage. So that's 9 points. So that's 4 points of piercing damage to Theron and 2 to Rayloff.
What was that, sorry?
4 points of piercing damage to you. And in that moment, Theron,
No.
you see in the face of this glassy husk as the glass begins to just shake and shimmer and like begin to part away. Just for a moment, you see just a glaze across the husk's face.
In what respect?
You see between the shards as they move across, and you see a shimmer. You see the face of your father. Just for a moment.
You motherfucker.
Before all the glass shards begin to head towards you. I want you to make another dexterity saving throw for me, please, Theron.
Do Luke Skywalker. No!
Yeah. Why? No.
Eek. 9 plus 1, 10.
You fail, that is full damage.
Yes, I know.
You take 11 points of piercing damage. As that husk, the lower body falls to sand and crumples on the snow-topped ground as the rest of the glass just pins you.
I'm pretty hurt now.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, Theron, on your turn? Movement or bonus?
No.
Bonus.
For a bonus,
Bonus.
I'm just going to look towards the clock tower with a hateful stare.
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Uh,
I do have a
14.
feeling that it's going to see a grin.
14.
Only a grin.
14 plus dead eye perception, innit?
Yeah.
Right. Plus yeah, plus 7.
Nice, 21. That is awesome. You see, Theron,
Mm-hmm.
not on the same balcony level that Gerald saw a creature, but towards the further top. Not really the very top floor, but maybe a couple levels down, on a balcony, you see crossed arms, just a small dot as your eyes just keenly narrow in. The green-feathered Kopara standing almost stoically with a big grin on his face. Just for that moment as you look over to the clock tower.
Is he looking towards us, or?
Yeah.
In that case, as flavour, I don't know if you'll agree to this, but can I do a mage hand and just be like,
Yeah, I'll say it's a free action. Easy. Yeah. You kind of just in that moment of just rage and you throw up a spectral hand just that peels off of your own and it just raises up and gives a finger over in the direction towards the clock tower. Okay, awesome. Good turn. Tara, you are up with red on deck. So, Tara, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. My body's going to act like it's going to chin, and as it crunches in above, it's going to announce that scorpion-like stinger as she turns into a giant scorpion.
Okay.
And in scorpion speak of the clashing of the claws, it's going to be, I've got you now, fucker. She's going to multi-attack. She's going to, it says, make 3 attacks, 2 with the claws and 1 with the stinger. It's only going to aim for the hand, because that's all I can aim for the claws. And if I get a grab with one of the claws, it's going to just sting her or whatever it hits.
Okay, go for it.
Juicy. Okay.
Alright, also that
so-
token you can move.
Amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, +4 attack. First one. Natural 20.
Nice, okay.
Nice. Okay.
Nice. Bonus.
Second claw attack. 16 +4, non-natural 20.
That does hit.
And the stinger, which will, obviously with the 2 grabs, which it's got its hands, assuming whereabouts its body is, it's just
It's
gonna...
just going to...
Yeah. 10.
10.
Pretty trash.
Unfortunately, the stinger misses, but roll
So-
damage for the 2 claw attacks as you just convey your threat with a
No.
and you just crunch down on its body.
So this is the natural 21. So I got an 8 and I got a 5. 8, 13 plus
26.
2. No. Got 1. It's 1d8.
Okay,
Doubled.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
So 8 and 5.
Yeah.
13 plus 2 piercing, bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
15 bludgeoning damage
Nice.
with the 1 claw.
And the second.
Then the second claw, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So for both of them, as you reach forward with your large claws, each of them easily about as big, if not bigger, than your head and shoulders of Terra, and you just slam and crunch through the glass. I want you to make 2 dexterity saving throws for me, please. As you crunch, you notice almost like a party popper. You squeeze and some glass just out at you.
Nice. Dex save. Just going to find out what it is. Okay, it's 19 plus 1 with it.
Alright,
Dex.
so you succeed. That's half damage. Luckily, low rolls again, so that is 3 piercing damage total. And
Okay.
the second dex saving throw for me, please, as the second claw squeezes and crunches.
Let me just quickly write down stats for what's it. How many hit points did you say it went down?
3.
3. Amazing.
Yeah, low roll.
Right. I'll take low roll. And then 14 for that one.
14. Okay, so full damage again. Okay, that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And in that moment, the husk itself, as you crunch, begins to just like topple. You see that ink-covered spike just begin to lazily fall over before the glass and just spreads out, and you see some of the glass shards like partly invisible, partly coated in ink, just to give you a visibility of what's going on before they so I want you to make one last dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Of course. 13 plus 1. Trash.
Unfortunately fails, full damage.
There you go.
You take another 10 points of piercing damage.
No worries.
Is that where they got the parts for terror?
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. I will say that my scorpion has blind sight for 60 feet.
Okay.
Okay. If it helps, when I hover over it says a monster with blind sight can perceive its surrounding without relying on sight within a specific radius. If a monster is naturally blind, it has. Okay. I can't even pronounce the word because I'm stupid. Yeah. It says note to this effect, indicating that the radius of its blind sight defines the maximum range of its perception.
Parentheses? I don't know, I'm just guessing words here.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's better than fucking me.
Pythagoral?
No.
Sounds closer to my
Peggy Sue?
Probably.
What?
Kill Pike, I hear.
yeah.
Sorry to put combat on.
No, don't worry about it. No, that's okay. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'll say. The thing is, because it's not. So if you had tremor sense,
yeah,
it wouldn't really affect these.
That's fine.
Blind sight, because they are silent and invisible. I'd say blind sight is more. You can tell your surroundings if it was completely pitch black.
Okay.
Not so much. You can see invisible enemies.
That is fine. It was my thought process of picking Giant Scorpion, even though it's nice, is if they were to move to me or to move somewhere else, I would have a sense of it.
Yeah.
But if you think that is wrong, then that's fine with me.
Okay.
I'm happy with
I'll just rule it as that for now, and then
No, that's cool.
later
That's
on we
cool.
can read
No
it.
worries. I'm happy with that.
All right. So, do you want to move anywhere?
If it's dead, I will go to the only thing that I can see, and I will use my 40 feet, or it probably isn't 40 feet, but still, I'm going to not cover the enemy.
Yeah.
But basically cover the enemy. I'm going to be right behind where Gerald is.
Sure.
And intimidating snap my scorpion-like claws.
Yeah.
As I'm running at him.
Yeah.
So,
So Gerald, you see just past the enemy, you see the large, like sort of matte black and green, almost metallic giant scorpion, just moving towards you, coasting at a very fast rate, slamming its claws together.
I'll end my turn now.
Okay, alright, it is Red's turn. Alright. Red is going to, you see, Theron? Yeah, I'd say Theron at this point, because you're the only one turned towards that direction. You see Red just behind, like, the corner in an alleyway, and you see her face just peek out, and she, like, goes under a cloak and begins to rummage. and you just see her like holding out a couple copper coins, and you see she just like holds them up to her mouth, and then as she whips them forward, and you see these 2 copper coins just in the air, and as they get closer to you, they begin to just shimmer slightly, and just at that point, they both and they pop with an insanely loud bang in your ears and a bright white flash. Okay. That husk is now visible.
Okay.
And
I'm still
just-
concerned where she's getting these
and just
skills from,
and just
considering
after
the boat.
Theron,
Go on.
you see Red look over at you from the alley with a big
Yeah.
smile, and she just
I'll just be like, yeah.
and then you see her entire face just melt down to this like black smoke-like shadow before the smoke just snakes around.
And everyone can see this though, can't they?
Everyone's a little bit preoccupied, so right now you're the only one who can see it. And you see the shadow. They're like almost again look slightly humanoid, but still wavy and wafty, and very much just like a thin, small cloud that is just jutting and snaking around. And you see the cloud just like squeeze in just barely behind the husk that's now visible next to you, and the wall behind it, a smaller space you'd never be able to fit into. And just as the shadow reaches like these arms out of the cloud, just as the hands just like grip onto something, you see the form of Red instantly just appear out of the cloud, or the cloud dissipates into her skin, as 2 daggers are shown as she slams down, trying to stab her in the husk. So there's 2 attacks. The first one has advantage, and it's sneak attack as well.
Out of interest, when she comes out, does she... Natural 20.
Uh-huh. Fucking natural 20. That's it. Okay, I'm so happy.
Out of interest, does
Yeah.
she seem like the same Red as usual, or is she just like...
She seems fine.
She seems like normal Red.
Yeah, she seems okay.
She's got a party she can believe in.
Yeah. Alright.
Power of friendship.
So that is
Yeah, because that's where the power's coming from.
4. Someone remind me to add 4 at the end of this.
Yeah, add 4 again.
So that's,
Add 4, guy.
shut up. 7.
Poor guy.
Shut up!
I'm not your friend, buddy.
Listen,
Plus 3, then 1.
Shut the fuck up.
Add 4.
Oh, so fucking low rolls on the sneak attack, but
Add 4.
totaling. Thank you, totaling.
Just when I
Okay, all right. With the natural 20. Okay, so totals. So
Add the 4.
He's lost it. Plus
no,
8.
I got it. Shut up. So plus 4, 26, and then
Another 4.
Plus 4.
and then shut up. Double 26,
Double 4?
52
Plus 4.
plus the 3 for attack.
Plus
That's-
4.
You said 4?
What? Yeah, I've already plus the 4 and it's double because it's dice roll. Shut up. 52, 55 points of damage on the first one as she just stabs down
four.
into the clavicle. Plus 4 clavicle shot against the husk, and you see the husk just crumple as the glass just before it just like explodes. She's going to make a dexterity saving throw. Fucking another natural 20. I'm not even kidding.
I just say just copy the 50.
I know, yeah. All right.
Like she's
So
going
she
to seem
takes-
pretty impressive right now.
Yeah.
She's going to feel pretty impressive. So that's 5.
Oh,
so 2
God's sake,
points.
that means
of
we've got to deal
damage
with
to
her
her.
ego.
And then the second attack, which is not advantage, and no sneak attack. Actually, no, it does have advantage because of flanking with you, Theron. Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, she gets 15, so that does hit. So there's no sneak attack on that. 5 points of piercing damage on the second.
Not 4.
What? No, not +4. No, don't you fucking do this to me.
+4.
As the second dagger just lodges into between the ribs and blows out the second skimming. Actually, Theron, can you make a dexterity saving throw for the first one, please?
No, I cannot.
Yes, please. Thank you. +4.
I know.
You have no say in the matter.
Oh, nice. 19 + 1.
Nice.
20.
Okay, so you take 2 points of piercing damage on the first, and I want you to make another dexterity saving throw for the second attack of explosion of glass. Oh, Red. Oh, you dirty bitch. So no, she fails.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, hold
Oh,
on.
did you want me roll another one?
Hold on for a sec. Alright, we're back. Hold on.
Sorry?
Yeah, roll another dex save. You okay? Gerald?
Yep.
Everything okay?
Yep.
Okay, alright.
And for my next one, it was a natural one.
Okay, both of you fail, so you take full damage on this explosion.
Well, how much damage was the last one, sorry?
You took 2 points of piercing damage, and
Yeah, plus-
and this one you take 8 points of piercing damage, and so does Red.
So 10.
Oh guys, don't look at explosions.
Yeah, +4. And the husk itself,
I hope not.
as the body has just been stabbed and poked. You just see it, all the glass crumple again, shake, and Theron, you see as the creature is looking towards you.
I swear to God, if it's another family member.
You see the face
Go on, continue.
just crack and the glass just begin to part, and you see that shimmer,
Of?
and you see the face of Olivia looking at you, just gaunt eyes for a moment before the face disappears in the glass. It ricochets away from you and straight towards Red, so she needs to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Question. I don't know why I've only thought about it now. Is it a projectile?
More of an area of effect.
Okay, no worries, because I was going to question, with Rayloff being close, when they would have hit Theron, would they have been directed at Rayloff, or but if the area effect then?
Yeah, it's more area of effect for a save as opposed to a projectile, like.
No, that's
fit
cool,
range
because I'm
attack.
just thinking at least someone beefy can hit,
Yeah.
take some hits,
Alright,
rather than
Red succeeded, so she's
the
going to
weak
take
ass.
half damage.
Apart from me, who's got to lean on a wall in a
Yeah.
minute to get my balance.
You know
Yeah.
what? In all fairness, it's a good thing she took
I'm
half
here,
damage because that
guys.
was high rolls. 8, 14. So she takes 7 points of piercing damage. Oh, she's looking a little low, but the husk
So am I.
is gone.
Yo.
Onion rings.
Yeah, you know what? Red's going to use the rest of her movement just to dart away.
Oh, like that, is it?
Welcome to being a rogue.
Out of interest,
Mm-hmm.
as she starts to move away, can I use detect thought? Not detect thoughts. Even though it is actually tempting.
No, you
Ooh,
cannot.
shall I?
You're on.
Okay.
It has to be on your turn. All right,
Okay.
Rayloff, you are up with Gerald on deck. Rayloff, what would you like to do?
Oh, I didn't realise there was some left. Sorry, I thought that was the last one.
No, don't worry about it.
I don't know why I did.
Because you're eager. You're an eager beaver. +4.
To kill part. Name of the title of the episode. +4.
Yeah, +4.
I thought you meant Eager Beaver.
Alright, Rayloff, you're up. And then Gerald on deck.
Considering one attacked me, I'm going to just make an attack.
At disadvantage.
Oh yeah, it'd be disadvantage.
Yeah, because they are invisible, they are slow. Or slowed. So they can't react or do multi-attacks. But
Oh, sorry.
-2 AC.
Did the shard still happen though?
yeah,
Concentration is still up.
Because that's technically
Nice.
a reaction, isn't it?
no, it isn't.
I don't know why I'm fucking forgetting all these, but...
So Rayloff, roll for an attack at disadvantage for me. Are you swinging your flail?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 11.
Unfortunately misses as you... and you catch nothing but air on the first one.
Sure. I'll try one more. I'll try again, I may as well.
Okay, go for it.
Oh boy. A 12. Not getting these good rolls.
And you swing up, expecting to hit the body that you missed across, and nothing as you hit air.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do on your bonus or movement? Bonus.
Charge. I'm cracking you now, fucker.
Screw it. Then, in that case, assuming there is nothing there, I'll move towards the one that I can see. So I'll
Okay, go for it. Yeah, completely fine. And because it's slowed, it cannot do an opportunity attack. So you quickly just bound over towards Gerald and the huge Terror Scorpion. Is that all you want to do? As you just keep your flail out.
Can't really do much else, so.
Alright, no problem. Gerald, you are up. What would you like to do?
Right. Probably gonna hate me for this, guys, but sorry. Gerald's going to use his tumble, but in the form of he's just going to pull an invisible sort of hat down because it's not actually fucking there. Then he's going to moonwalk back out of the range of this guy. Yeah, glass husk, and then he's going to throw Alistor at it.
All right, go ahead. So just as Gerald just his crow form
Whip around,
and then just moonwalks back.
Doses.
Does it count as a projectile?
You're not my lover.
It's a ranged attack. I don't know how you count that.
I guess
It's a
so.
ranged attack.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
But for now, Gerald, just roll for the ranged attack for me as you hurl Alistor.
That's a 13.
13. Unfortunately misses as you and Alistor just and just slams into the ground and just sticking into the snow.
would have missed me anyway.
Damn. Thought I was good. That was gonna work.
Could it have possibly hit us? Is that if it would have hit? Would it have hit me and Rayloff?
Probably just rail off if it had hit if it had
was.
hit the enemy and also at the same time gone over rail off's AC. Yes.
Not a problem. Okay. I was just gonna say because I've got lucky points to use. I could have just made you re-roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, ranged weapon attack. So I don't think it does count.
Okay. No problem. Well, just remember that for next time. But yeah, Gerald, you hurl Alistor, and unfortunately, the husk you just see just unnaturally and like the animatronic just moves just a moment as Alistor just coasts by and slams into the ground.
I am just going to end my turn there and leave it.
Okay.
The embarrassment is too much.
Okay, it's the husk's turns for the top of the round.
Doing slow boy first.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I'll you know, good talk. I'll do slow boy first. So Theron, slow boy.
Yeah.
Slow boy wants to move towards you.
He doesn't.
And is going to just lunge at you.
He isn't.
He is. That is a 15 to hit.
Give me a second.
Just prior, it has changed, and you have done your next turn. So shield is not on you anymore.
Yeah, that. Well, what was the number?
15.
Yeah, I'll use shield.
Okay, and that puts you up to 16, I think, because your AC is 11.
Yeah, 11 plus 5.
Okay, sick. So you bubble up again. Actually, wait, hold on. Did you shield before your last turn?
Wait, he used it his last turn.
He used
So
it
it's
his last
come
turn.
back around.
Yeah, but use
No,
it last
can't,
turn.
can't.
It only comes to you at the start of your next turn. Or you can only your reaction only comes back at the start of your next turn, not the start of the round.
Okay.
In which case, if he hasn't had the start of his next
It's
turn,
alright.
shield's still active.
It's alright.
Ignore me, yeah,
it's
ignore
fine.
me.
That's
Okay,
when it
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay,
Good points,
all right.
good points,
So
good points.
yeah,
I wasn't even thinking.
so without using it again, the shield
That's
just
majority of the time.
you just see the slash, and it just reverberates inside this arcane bubble.
Lucky, because I was about to use my last chronal shift.
And yeah, that doesn't hit. The glassy husk between Rayloff and Tara. Yeah, it's going to attempt to dart away
No, it's
towards
not.
Gerald.
Okay. Attack of opportunity, please.
Yes, both of you go ahead if you choose.
Cool. I mean, in that case, it would stop
I
whenever
will.
it starts leaving out of the.
Okay, because I missed, I'm gonna do sting.
Okay.
That's what is with these
22.
low?
Nice, that does hit. Rayloff, what did
I
you
got
get?
14.
14, unfortunately just under what you needed.
It's so bad rolls.
Hey, get him out now.
Okay, so that's 12 piercing damage.
Uh-huh, nice.
Please make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. That
It's in.
is 12.
Sad. Okay, no. Nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna use on that. You needed 12.
You were gonna
No
lucky
poison
point me,
damage
weren't
for
you?
you.
You were gonna lucky
I
point me.
was going
Yeah.
to. I was going to.
Okay, so the first, as you,
Wait.
yeah.
I still do the roll. You're gonna take poison damage, but you're gonna take half of it.
Okay.
That's 10. 12. 22. 24. You take 12 poison damage.
Okay. So just as the husk you see is just trying to scudder away, you slam your claws into the ground and lean your body forward, and the stinger just slams into it. I want Rayloff, Gerald, and Tara to all make dexterity saving throws for me, please. Just as this stinger slams deep in.
Natural 20.
Nice, you succeed.
We take.
Oh, 6.
What'd you get? A 6?
Natural 1.
Natural 1. And Rayloff, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, so
Mine total 6.
okay, all right. So Tara, you take 4 points of piercing damage. The other two, you take 9 points of piercing damage,
I take 4.
Rolling for
and
your
you take 4 because you're reduced.
Yeah.
concentration has stayed up.
And just as Gerald, you see this last ditch effort as this husk just darts towards you, and it's going to make one attack towards you at disadvantage just before you begin to see this green and black poison begin to fill its body. So a disadvantage is going to try and make one stab at you.
I will use. Actually, no, I've already used the attack.
That was 3 plus its attack 7.
No.
Okay, so just as it goes to slash and it drops to its hands and knees, almost again animatronically, but a little bit of humanity in there of it churning inside. And just as you see that green glow warm over the entire husky form, it again, parts of it just begin to of glass. I want everyone to roll dexterity saving throws again for me, please, for this explosion.
Rolled off.
But rolled a 6 again.
Nice.
Including me as well.
No, just these three.
Oh, yeah.
So
I rolled a 2, making 7.
okay, 7. Rayloff.
6.
Okay, and Tara.
19.
19. Okay. Tara, you take 4 points of piercing damage, and Tara. Oh, sorry, and Rayloff and Gerald, you take 8 points of piercing damage. Rayloff reduced to 4. But just at that moment, Gerald, you see the form begin to just melt with this poisonous oil over its entire form, or just causing leaking out of the gaps between the glass shards. And then you see the glass just begin to shake and very weakly hover and all turn towards Terra as they... Terra, one more dex save, please.
Nice. It has dropped. It's now invisible.
Okay.
15 with a +1 is 16.
16 is what you needed. So you
Yup.
take half damage. So you take another 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that
There you
husk
go,
is
okay.
no more. So those are the husks. Those are the husk turn. Oh, sorry. Yeah, husk's turn's done. Theron, you are up. With Terra on deck.
If I move away, does that mean
Oh,
you'll get an
is
opportunity?
slow down now, Terra?
No.
Oh,
Slow is still up. That's
okay.
Theron.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The fairy fire had
Okay.
gone off as we killed him.
Is slow concentration? I think so, right?
I think so.
It is.
Theron, have you
Then
been
it's
rolling
the-
concentration checks?
Nope.
Okay.
Admittedly, the
Ignore.
last two did ding off him.
Yeah. Just roll one. Just roll one.
Yeah.
So it's basically a Constitution saving throw.
14 plus 2.
Yeah, you just need.
All right.
to
Yeah.
attack
So
it.
you basically either need half the damage that you just took, or 10, whichever's higher. So yes, you're completely fine. Slow is still up. So knowing that, you would know that if you were to move away, it cannot react fast enough.
Cool. If I go round here to red, can I move past her and not move past her?
Yeah. You can move through friendly players,
5, 10,
unless she stops you.
15, 20. Does she?
You don't know.
Well, I'm moving past her now.
Run that way.
As you just tucks to the side.
Since there's that goose.
Yeah.
Let's through.
25, 30.
Turn around and say, pussy.
And for my action, I will ready a firebolt. For if a husk comes into my spell range.
Sick. Okay. Cool.
And is moving towards me.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Tara.
Oh shit!
Just want to quick meta game.
yeah.
Only you can see the husk.
Yeah.
We can't.
So,
And you've ran away.
Tara, you are up.
Yeah, but it may come towards me.
That is true. Yeah. But when you running to us benefits everyone.
Tara, you are up. Shut up. Do your turn. +4. Bonus.
I'm going to. I'm going to think that we've killed everybody.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have no other choice. I'm gonna revert back to Tara.
Yep. Okay.
I'm
Do you
no
want to place
longer-
yourself down?
I will.
As my bonus action, you just hear. There's one left.
Yeah. You all hear very quietly. "What's wrong?"
Yeah, but you can't quite make out.
Okay. So that's Tara's turn.
Yeah.
Well, if you revert.
Oh, no, I'm just gonna be like, "Real off, you're gay,"
Why are you whispering?
because I'm dying on the inside.
All right. That is Tara's turn.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
literally me too.
It's Red's turn. She just like kind of looks back to you, Theron, just over her shoulder. Is there one left?
What's that? Sorry.
Is there one left?
I'm just like. He might come this way to the alleyway. That's why I've got this firebolt. Unless he turns on the others, and then when you go to him,
And you see Red just pull out a one dagger. Just tell me when he's right in front of me.
okay.
And and she just like prepares. So she's readying an attack for whenever you say to go. Rayloff, and then Gerald. Rayloff, what do you want to do?
So I would assume I don't know where Theron has gone because I'm facing the opposite way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably have a look back, and I'll probably just check over Tara and just sort of bandage a couple of the stab wounds.
Okay, cool. So you just start helping
Having a
Tara out,
conversation.
and just start talking and chatting like all begin to
Well, I'll
catch your
still
breath.
be looking around.
We're
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but you just begin like sort of finishing up and the fight.
Why are we still in initiative order?
Gerald,
What's that sound from the echoes?
Gerald, what would you like to do?
I'm going to definitely walk, pick up Alistair.
Yeah.
Would that count as an action to do so?
No, honestly, I'd say it's a free action just picking up Alistair. You're fine.
Nice. In which case, then I shall go around and in front of Rayloff and Tara. Yeah, we'll go to there, and I'd like to ready my action to essentially, if anything hits me, I'll hit it back.
Okay, alright, sounds good. And that's with Alistair, melee attack.
Yes.
Cool, okay. Alright. Okay, it is now the Husk's turns. Or turn. Singular.
Oh, when do we do another concentration spell? Not yet.
Whenever you take
Every
damage.
time you get hit.
Okay.
Any damage.
So, Theron,
Yeah.
just in that moment, just after a few seconds have passed, you hear that very quiet.
Yeah.
Even
As-
quieter with the slow.
The only problem is I didn't word it very well,
Mhm.
and Red's in front of me, but I did distinctly say whenever it comes in
Yeah.
range of my spell.
Yeah, that's fine. So, the Husk very quickly darts around the corner and heading towards Red and you.
Yeah. As promised, I'll let her know it's in front.
Okay. And you see her body just dissipate and turn into that black cloud again as her form just the cloud just begins to and it fills up the entire width of the alleyway from wall to wall in front of you.
Yeah.
And in that moment you see just for a second the husk like glassy hands and sharp points kind of stab through and point through the black like shadow,
Yeah.
the black cloud, but you see its body unable to pass through it.
What
Just
shit
as-
is going on?
Just as she is going to make an attack against it. It's not sneak attack, and it isn't advantage, unfortunately.
It's fine, because when she's done, I'll get me firebolt anyway.
Alright. No, that's a fucking 2+ stuff. So no, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
So unfortunately, she doesn't hit, but the husk itself is trapped in place and unable to get through the shadow, the cloud. So roll that fireball.
Now, is it a disadvantage because of the shadow now placed or not? Or because it's in an alleyway?
I
Is it pretty certain that I'm
would
gonna
say
hit it?
I would say because it is now partially, well, it is pretty much like immobilized and restrained in this moment, or incapacitated to move. I'm trying to think of which one I'd say, but either way, it is stuck. I want you to roll Firebolt with advantage for me.
Oh, nice one. 18 plus 7 or 8,
Easily
whatever
hits.
it is.
Yeah.
And an 8, so yeah, that was the best one.
All right. So, what was the damage again? Sorry.
I'm going to roll it now.
Oh, cool. Oh, sorry.
If that's-
Your 18 was the die roll, and then the 8 was the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 and a 9.
Okay, so 15. Nice, awesome. Okay, so in that moment, the firebolt hits, And just as it begins to burn the glass into sand, you do hear just that small little... And Red has to make a dex save. Fucking easy. Rogues and Dex work really well, so that's 4 points in total of piercing damage to her.
+4, yeah.
+4. Bonus.
Bonus.
Bonus. +4. And then, and you see the husk, just as it's already been hit before, as it begins to burn inside and partly melt to sand, the other glass just shimmers and begins to part again, looking towards you, Theron, as the glass shards aim towards you. And just before they hurl towards you, you see the glassy husk face pushed just almost against like rubber, against the shadow, and just parts just through the shadow.
Yeah. And do I recognise said person, or is it random?
And you see, as the glass moves again, you see the shimmer, and you see Midollar Pike with a big smile across his beak. And you hear in your head, "It's all going to be over soon." Before the face disappears and the glass. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. For me, the last one of the combat.
Oof.
+4. Bonus.
Bonus.
13 +1.
Full damage.
I might be almost dead.
You take 11 points of piercing damage. As all the glass shards just... They just pin.
11, did you say?
Yes, 11 points piercing damage.
Ooh, 16 doesn't look good. Right. Okay. And is Midol Bite gone, or can I just do a flavour like no?
All gone. And right
Save it in
there,
your brain if you want.
right there, as all of you begin to just catch your breath and the last husk is gone, you find that just peace and almost disgusting silence just reach over the entire ground around you, and you still feel a sense of someone watching. But
well, Theron starts backing up by a house and just sitting down in the entry for a minute.
And in that moment, Theron, you do see Red, that like wall of shadow and cloud, and that black cloud, just reduces, and so she just reverts out of it into a normal form.
Okay, out of interest, does it look the same as or familiar as the smoke that we saw from Shadow Guy off the boat?
Shadow Guy.
Which Shadow Guy?
You on about?
Oh, that. Yeah.
Come on, DM, you should know all of this.
Shut up. Which one are you referring to?
Iluvatar.
Yeah, fucking
Lord of the Rings
guy.
What Shadow version?
Sorry.
I know who you're on about now.
I still don't.
Yeah, it's
the one who stole your life.
Alish Vatar, the Devour.
Yeah,
Devourer.
Yeah.
Get you. Definitely not smoke. But
Oh,
roll a intelligence check for me, please.
Okay. 19 plus 7 or 8. Where is it? Intelligence.
Look at the eyes.
I'm not that intelligent because I can't fucking see it.
Under intimidation. What the fucking hell?
No,
I'm
no.
even fucking drunk.
Intelligence is just your
is one of the
modifier. It's just your
fucking
main
sixes.
is your main skill.
Oh, plus 4 then.
Okay.
19 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah, 23. The black cloud itself is very just midnight dark black.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice a slight purpley shimmer to the edge of a couple of those, to the edge of shadow slightly as she reverts back, and you see across her skin, just as the shadow as the shadow becomes her skin again, you see like just a little bit of black and purple just leak out of her skin as the skin reconnects, and the garbs do, and all the cloud just whiffs away.
But it does not feel similar in any way to.
No, the only thing that you can tell is like with that sort of like purpley black, it's like close to the same color scheme at best. That's the best connection you can make. But there's nothing feels or feels similar to Alash Fatar or the Devourer of Dreams that you faced before.
Oh yeah, Luvatar, yeah. I'll just be like, Red.
And she turns straight to you. Are you okay? And she comes over to you and begins to get some bandage up.
This is the nicest you've ever been to me. It's fine. But that shit was great.
I know.
So, and then I'll just go into telepathy mode, and I'll just be like, yo, kid, do you want me to tell him about it, or do you want to keep this a secret? It's up to you.
Can she reply in her head or just outwards?
No, she'll have to whisper or some shit.
She just looks down to you. Yo, Theron.
Yeah.
I'm the monster.
And
yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it.
I'm sure it'll come up.
Do you want me to keep it on the lowdown for now?
No, it's fine.
Because you earned the right,
It's fine.
Because I'm going to end up telling everyone, because that was sick as fuck.
Then tell everyone. I don't give a fuck. Just
All right,
do whatever you want to fucking do. I was coming over here to just help you and see if you need bandaging up. Clearly, you're too tough to deal with a little bit of bandage.
No. Yeah. Bandage me.
No, fuck you. You lost your chance now. And she just puts her hands in her pockets, turns around, and just starts walking away.
Prior to Red
Theron, Red, where the fuck are you guys?
Just as both of you hear it, Terra.
Do you guys think that we've been here for ages and Red and Theron have just gone?
And that's just as Gerald shouts, and you hear the quiet voice of Red come out of an alleyway. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I'm fine. And she just almost like a stroppy teenager now, just begins to just stomp her feet back over. Like the fun's over now. She just. And you see Theron tail in just about 15 or so feet.
I'm just cauterizing some wounds.
Yeah, you just see him just begin to flash fry some wounds as he's hobbling behind. And Red seems you can tell she's hobbling slightly in pain, but holding herself more together than Theron is.
Because I'm a little pansy, alright.
Yeah, little fucking passy.
I'm just coming out. I'm truly going to snap that parrot's neck.
Listen, he didn't die.
That's true.
I mean, all of the thanks to me, because, Theron, you really need to just thank your saviours anytime you actually get saved. I saved you on the wall, saved you now. I think you should compensate me.
You know what? Well, I gave you that.
5 platinum.
Hey, what about... No. Maybe I don't actually have any on me right now.
Plus, you owe me 50% of that for saving you, Red.
It's a completely singular business. I'm self-employed, so...
Bye us.
It's not fair when I get my wages taken away from me. Just saying. There's going to be a strike.
Red.
Who said this world was fair, Red? I'm sorry.
Red, out of interest,
Welcome to the real one.
if you act like that in battle more often with the whole cool shadowness,
I didn't really
Then,
do
yeah,
much of anything.
we can start sharing the money. You know what I mean? Because that was sick as fuck.
That is true.
Thanks.
Why, when we saw each other for the first time, why didn't we see you in your?
Yeah, you
I'm
could
gonna
have
even
easily
make
killed
that
Hero.
like action of just going.
Because I didn't need to. That's it.
And why
That's
did
all.
and why didn't you fight us on the boat?
That's what we just said, Tyrone.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking injured.
Come on.
Then
You're stupid as well.
I'll repeat then, just for Theron, while
Right
you're
now I am.
whinging like a little passy, right?
Because he is
Passy.
one, right?
Passy.
He is.
I didn't need to fight you. You were already beaten. We already had you. And
Let's be honest, Red. That's a massive lie.
Tara, listen, I could just, I could do you in just really easily, but I just didn't want to,
Because you.
And that's it.
Why?
The real question is,
That's all.
did you have the power before or after?
It doesn't really matter.
It does.
It does not.
There's been multiple times when we needed, or could have needed, and you just decided to not use it.
And
Okay,
to be fair,
fine.
to be fair, she did use it this time, Tara.
This
Can
time,
you lot
but
all
I just
discuss
wanted-
this walking to the library, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. Oh, wait, we go to the library. Why are we going to a fucking library?
Because you need to learn
What do I need to learn?
everything.
How to slice your throat open? Already know that. Ah,
It didn't work though, did it?
fuck you. And she just begins walking in front. But as you do begin to walk into the library, to continue, you do walk through Girolf, and Theron, you begin to see different businesses and homes that you remember, and none of them are boarded, none of them are abandoned. It's just everything is barren. The market that was near enough in the dead centre of Girolf that would have the most egregious festivals and celebrations. You see the stalls still set up. You see some produce still there, now rotten. And you see other different small wares of like cloths and flags and more, souvenirs.
And as
Still
I'm walking past,
laying there,
I'm just like plugging my wounds with the cloths.
partly covered in snow and barren and silent. And you do grab a couple of cloths and just start padding and packing your wounds. And just as you continue talking, as Red is just kind of like slumped ahead. All right, so what do you guys need to know then?
Well, how much are you willing to tell us?
Yeah, what haven't you told us?
Let's be honest. Hardly anybody has told us about their past out of this group anyway, apart from little old me.
Is Pie giving you anything?
Answer to that question is no.
And it sounds wrong.
Definitely insight enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll for insight.
I'm happy to. Just
21.
take it off.
She is completely honest and sincere.
Okay.
Could I, not insight, but question maybe of an insight of, does she seem like she's being more willing to give us more truthful answers because of us being like
Roll an insight for me.
giving us some promise? 13 insight is 417.
You sense more of a comfortability and a more submissiveness to when you push for answers or for her to follow what you say.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that kind of
More
comfortable,
willingness.
but very more willing to give in.
Cool.
But just as she continues the conversation, you just hear her. Listen, I didn't tell you anything before because, really, I didn't trust you. But
And it was pretty cool.
the thing is I didn't trust you to keep it to yourselves and between us. Because when we go meet my dad, he doesn't know about any of this.
Okay. So
I
when
would
did
have
you
been-
have it?
Huh?
When did you get it? Or when did you know?
I got it a few years
Were you
ago.
Were you dreaming and it just happened?
No,
Got a
that's
ready
just,
fist.
that's just silly.
Oh, okay. Still would have been cool though.
A few years ago, I met someone and we talked for a while.
I bet you did.
Okay, listen, it wasn't like that. I was like 6.
Did you know
Oh.
any names?
I
I know it's a while ago. Any
No,
names come to mind?
they didn't give me a name, but I mean, she was really, 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 really tall.
Large?
how tall are we talking?
Like,
Like Rayloff size?
I mean, about Rayloff and a half. Really tall and really, really fucking skinny as well. Like really, really like bony.
Uh-oh.
But we talked for a bit, and because I was out in the forest, I was playing with friends, and I think they got lost. So I tried to find them, right? And then looking for them, I found this little shack, and I thought, well, they're in there, right? They got to be in there because that's the only. That was the only thing around.
Somebody stole the soul.
Somebody spoke to someone with a face. I can't remember.
And yeah, I went in there and there was this really, really tall, skinny woman just sitting there, and she offered me a drink, and we started talking. And okay, I was 6 years old at the time. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to say or what was going to
I'm
happen.
actively going to be shaking my head like I already know
But-
where this is lying.
But she asked if I wanted the ability to disappear at times, to have time to myself, but then also move quickly enough to find my friends. And I said, yeah, I really want that.
What does she want?
I mean, it's kind of personal. And this is why I don't want you to tell my father.
I'm going to go close to her and see if she'll whisper it in my ear.
Roll a persuasion check for me, with advantage because you are sort of closer friend out of the group.
Is that happening? I'm going to use the glutton's fork.
Okay, yeah. You dig the magical fork in as it begins to vibrate. Where are you digging it into?
17
Or what are you digging it into? Okay, 17.
with an advantage. Yeah.
And I'm just going to use one of the bloody cloths and just go, yeah.
Okay, takes a little bit irony, but
Yeah.
goes down a treat and you heal up a little bit. Tara, Red, just like she's looking, she's still hands in her pockets, she's looking sheepishly down and then back up at you, and like almost again like a sort of a daughter who's feeling like she's disappointing her mother, like as she looks up at you again and ashamed. And then she just leans in. Well, she told me that I could have all of that, but there's one thing that I needed to give her.
Mm-hmm. What was that?
My children.
Okay.
So,
Is it just one or all?
none. The way that it ended up is that I can have all this power, but I'm never able to bear my own kids.
As Theron's eating the bloody drag,
Mhm.
I'd like to go up to him. As, you gotta go. Don't get a taste for that now. It's pretty dangerous, and I slap his arse incredibly fucking hard, but also casting Cure Wounds as a second
Okay.
level.
Okay. Just a nice wind up of.
Yeah.
And you just see Theron as the seer in pain and his
Oh!
blood. He's just
A
like
bit of a mixture of pain and
and then I'm like,
and then the healing
that's
13
more.
points of healing.
How many points
How
of
many?
healing?
13.
13. Nice. So you feel that seeing pain, and then you feel that blessing. Oh.
you know what? I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm about halfway.
That's
Feeling
so
better.
dangerous.
I'll give Red a
Not
hug.
questioning that.
And Red's just
Of
like,
acknowledgement.
yeah, she just kind of like drops her shoulders, very dejected as you hug, but she does like go into the hug.
Well, in the moment, I can't either.
Really?
Well, I don't think so.
Have you tried?
Have I tried? Look at me.
You're gorgeous.
Yeah, but ding ding ding.
Have you got the right, the right holes and everything?
Well, I don't pee. I don't.
Have
I
you
can't be sick.
have you checked?
don't
No,
need
you
to
got.
eat.
Have you checked? You got all of them though.
Yeah,
She's changed.
I checked myself.
And still all
I have
there.
one. Yeah, but I don't know if it works. How am I meant to? How
Listen,
do you
it's two of us girls.
do you think that a child would be like a crazy hybrid?
Possibly, but you've got more than enough subjects to test. I mean, it's two of us girls, and there's like five boys.
I've got. I thought I was a woman. I found out that I'm a robot.
You're still a woman.
Maybe on the outside. I don't know enough about. I need to talk to my own creator.
That would probably be a good idea. But in the meantime, if you do want to test it all out and you want to see if we can get you childbearing, there are three boys here, and there's two girls.
Hand on shoulder.
No, I'm just. But please, please. And you see Red like kind of smiling, but still solemnly, just please don't tell anything. Don't tell my dad about me, because he will be disappointed.
Now, how will he? There are more than just.
Because my sisters all had kids, and he was also happy. I'll be the only one who can't give him that.
Do you know that some people don't, some people can't?
Well, I can't.
Who says that my own mother couldn't bear kids of her own? That's why they made me, maybe.
Well,
Did you think me? Oh, yeah.
I get your point, but just don't mention to my father that I'm pretty much I'm a shadow.
Well, you're not though, are you? And I'm gonna firmly take not a grasp of it painfully, but more of a to conclude to her to
and
say,
you solidly grab.
I am. Yeah.
and she turns to shadow.
Get away. I'm just up in here.
And you see Red just as you grab it. I get it. Just And now she starts talking loud enough. Just please don't mention to my dad about the shadow thing.
It's fine.
Because then questions will come and I'll have to explain the
I'll
other thing.
Out of interest, Ian.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you know when Gerald patted me on the bum?
Mm-hmm.
quite firmly.
Which hand is the ring in?
His left,
Gone.
I think.
Yeah.
Mine's on my left, and then he would have hit you with the right.
Yeah, it would have sliced
Okay.
through the right.
So as that happens, I just want to get do what it did, but sort of have a quick look at the ring. Does it look familiar in any way?
I mean, as you glance over, roll a history check for me.
Can I make a stealth check as well, just to see if do it stealthily, stealth look?
If you want to do that, then I'd say roll sleight of hand first.
Okay.
'Cause
Oh, 17 plus 1.
Okay, so yeah, very subtly.
And then what else did you want me to do? History.
Yes, history.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice. What's the total?
And in a minute, plus 8.
Fucking A. Okay, 28.
Fucking love it. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, go on, continue.
So, first of all, even as subtle as you are, Gerald in his very keen eyes, Gerald, you do spot Theron's eyes locked on your ring for a moment.
Oh yeah, because he's passive. Damn it.
Yeah.
However, Theron, you glance enough to recall pictures of the exact same ring in tomes that you've seen before.
Yeah.
Probably in the book in this line.
And you
What's that?
you glance again at any kind of detail of the ring, and albeit it's fairly plain, you can tell it's with the detail in it in the gem. I think, Gerald, if you want to...
So it is a gold ring with small black, obsidian black carvings around the base of the gem, and inside is a sort of a medium-sized, pristine ruby.
And Theron, you recall this, at least from your teachings and your knowledge. You see this ring, and it is the exact same as a small group of items and objects that were very important a long, long time ago. And because you got a natural 20 and 28 in total, you do get a lot of information for this. So, you recall that there were a few set items that were dedicated to certain planes of existence. And whereas many different items take names after their creators, these few items took their names from the place they were forged and created. This red ruby jutting out from the golden band and the obsidian marks and design across the entire construction is exactly what you recall to be known as the Ring of the Abyss. You know that aside from the Ring of the Abyss, you recall the other two items as their set of three. The Necklace of the Nine Hells and the braces of the Astral Gate. And you recall one godlike entity adorned by all of these. You don't remember the name of what god, but they were heavily involved in the calamity of where the betrayer gods fought the true pantheon of gods. And just as the betrayer gods were all locked away and put behind the astral gate before the true Pantheon decided to also up and leave to give the material plane back to the mortals. The god themselves, decided that no other god nor mortal should ever possess this much power, and just cast all 3 items across the multiverse and the entire universe through different planes of existence to find homes within different planes, maybe to be found and created again, maybe to be destroyed and rebuilt, maybe to be kept in a locked glass case for all of eternity.
Okay.
All 3 items aren't in one place at one time.
And do I notice Gerald notice that he's noticed me?
Yeah, just as you find all this information just collect back in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it adds to that. If I catch you looking at it just on there, I'll just sort of bring my arm back a bit, so then your vision suddenly it goes of it.
Yeah, just as you recall this information, his hand moves back and you look up. Gerald, are you looking at Theron in this moment?
Yeah, I'll be looking at Theron a bit.
Theron, you notice that Gerald notices you noticing him noticing that you're looking at his ring.
Which ring? No joking.
Which, let's face it, with all the notices, I think that was our special number of the night, +4.
+4.
Bonus!
And in his head, I'll just be like, Gerald, do you know much about that ring?
Enough, I suppose.
Huh. Well, I've read about the item that you're wearing. Maybe we can have a chat sometime?
Is it going to kill me? Not the chat, the ring.
That's a tough one. I don't honestly know the answer to that question. Maybe we can have a chat sometime and see how far the conversation goes. Not in that way. Naughty Gerald.
In that way.
I mean, Theron, your betrothed is right there. Jesus Christ.
And just as you wag a finger to the naughty Gerald, and you find this new information of just knowing exactly what one of your allies is wearing, but not knowing why or what it could do. As all of you walk through the silent, barren Girolf, and you find the large library, doors wide open and harrowingly inviting. And just as you stand at the doors, looking up at the colossal stone structure, that is where we're going to take a quick break and come back in just a little while.
I'll be the door.
That'll be the door. +4.
Hold the door!
Hold the door off the side, +4 bonus. Okay, well, I don't know about this fucking +4 meme. It's just been, okay. To everyone watching, thank you very much for sticking around. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. It's been intense, but a lot of fun as well. We are going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom, get some snackies, so if you need to, please do the same, and we will see you again in just a little while. Hello and welcome back. As we come back into the game, the Companions of Fate have vanquished all of the glassy husks in the main courtyard, and finding out a few unknown truths. Red's apparently trading her ability to ever bear children for a power that is unknown to any of you, or even herself, when she was but a child. And also the ring that Gerald has adorned on his left hand was once worn by a god, and once part of a set of items that would wreak havoc across the universe. However, you all continue walking through and you find your destination of the library standing right in front of you, as you all see this large stone structure with large columns on either side of the doorway with this huge stone canopy overhanging. And you look towards the large open doorways. Theon, you remember this place as being one of your favourite places to be. And
Fucking nerd.
And when you remember when you didn't have classes, you would often, when you weren't playing or spending time with family, you were down in the library seeing what tomes and books you were able to find.
Oh, what?
+4 nerd. But you all stand there with the large library facing you with the doors open. What would you like to do?
I'll just look up in awe at it, and I'll just be like, it's totally been a while.
Feeling
I miss this
nostalgic,
place. Yeah, this is pretty much where I spent most of my time when I wasn't causing
Stabbings are a
general
natural occurrence then.
What's that, sorry?
The stabbings are a natural occurrence then on the way to the library.
Well, no. Not really. Not by glass entities, anyway.
I don't know what any of you are talking about. I didn't get stabbed.
Yeah.
And wait, you're getting starstruck over a library, a building with books.
I'll
Do you-
lean over to Red. He's a nerd.
Nerd.
Hey, did your head librarian have any incense and smelling stuff?
I
that he used
was
to do?
how I left.
Out of interest, is there any snow on the roofs?
Yeah.
Roofs?
Yeah.
Can I try sneakily casting Mage Hand to just, like, shove some snow over Terra and
Red.
Red?
Yeah, roll sleight of hand for me.
Yeah. I'm nice and close to everybody, so rail off. You're getting a lot of snow on you.
12 plus 1.
Okay. You try and sleight of hand the spell and control it, and as your eyes look up, everyone is able to catch that sleight of hand, and you see the mage hand just and shuffle snow across some of the roof as it begins to plummet down. And
Can I push Theron in the way?
yeah, roll a dex check.
Gerald's gonna roll forward into the library.
Okay.
The regular dex, yeah. Dex
Yeah,
check.
regular +4.
15.
Okay, yeah. So Theron, you watch as the mage hand just shovels a little bit of snow, and you kind of like look to your party, and just in that moment, you see Terra and Red just take a step back. You see Gerald just front roll into the library, and you feel it just pushing your back, and as you do, you just feel that biting chill as the snow just plummets all down your robes and in your hair and down the back of your neck, and you just
And as that happens, I just prestidigitate myself,
yeah.
warm myself up a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, "Get your laughs in now, folks. Come on."
And you just hear Red nerd as she follows Gerald in.
let's see if we can find some knowledge about what's going on here.
Right.
I know there was some secret tome somewhere.
Well, you did the looking. We'll do the observing.
Secret
Kit-
tome for what?
Kit-
Exactly.
I don't know. I want to know what's going on with this whole fucking thing that's going on. I don't know if there's answers, but let's see if there is. Because we need some knowledge.
In
Yeah,
this
We
lab,
need
is
some
the-
knowledge. Right.
Hello.
Quick
Theo.
question.
Gerald could actually help here if somebody answers his questions.
Go on.
Oh,
Sorry,
well.
I thought you were
Oh,
asking for
did your head librarian use incense or anything?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Show me
Maybe.
where he... Yeah, show me where he sat. His desk,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
Office.
would they have incenses and that?
Well, you've got to replace them somehow.
The librarian that you often you weren't
Was
followed.
me.
You weren't. You didn't follow, but you were more escorted around, and they supervised you, especially when you were younger.
To run away from.
escorted away.
Yeah, but you do remember.
Fucking leave, Theo.
But you do remember where you used to sit.
My dad'll kill you.
Where you used to sit, the librarian would sometimes light some of those incense candles, where it was just like a long stick of incense, and they would just take a match to it, and it would just be that pleasant aroma while studying and reading.
Cool.
Yeah. Is the library categorized per se?
So, taking a look around for all of you, you walk
Oh, by the way,
in.
as I enter, I'm going ready firebolt, just in case.
To burn
Okay.
all the books.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So you all walk in, and just as Theron's
Nobody shall
hands
have the knowledge.
just begins to flicker with fire in his hand, you all look around and you see a gorgeous, almost royal-esque aesthetic to the carpets. The walls are all covered in paintings and ancient depictions. You see large bookcase after bookcase with the sliding ladders against every single one. The bookcase is reaching up to about 40 feet in the air. You see to the far back the lavish woodwork of the spiraling staircase that goes up to the second floor. Or sorry, the first floor. And you see more bookcases set into the walls, with the walls climbing up to about 60 feet from that first level, with the sliding ladders all perched at different positions of these bookcases. But
Home, sweet home.
it is, again, maybe even not for you folks who aren't all too well read, this is astonishing. This is a very incredible collection, and the building itself and the interior is royal and lavish.
Theron thinks to himself, nerd plus 4. But I am going to be, as awestruck as I am, I start to focus my attention on the job at hand and to see if there's anything here that will start glass hitting us.
Okay. Tara, I will say in that moment you do notice that at least each bookcase is alphabetized.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And Theron, roll a investigation check for me.
10. Plus 8.
18, okay, very good. I'd say it takes you a solid 20 or so minutes searching through various bookcases and quickly thumbing through books until you finally pull out a very dusty...
But there was no immediate danger.
No, nothing.
That's fine.
There's an immediate immediately dusty tome that you can tell that the spine is torn and warped. Some of the pages nearly fall out as you pull it out of the bookcase, but you set it down on the table with a heavy and a plume of dust just into the air.
And as that happens, I just pressure digitize the dust away.
Yeah, as it.
I'm just like, I'm not having this. Not on my library. Not on
And
my watch.
you begin to thumb through the pages and read through this tome. Is there anyone else doing anything in the meantime while Theron plants his face into a book?
I'm going through the desk to find said incense.
You find 2 small sticks.
I'm going to have a look for if there's any books related to my robotic kind of design.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me.
15 with investigation is +2, 17.
Okay. Right.
Design, kind of just general, any knowledge that might give me some idea of what I am.
So.
I think we've got a hidden arm somewhere.
So, Tara, you find a small, almost booklet kind of tome. There's really not. There's about 60 pages in the thing. It's not hefty at all.
Compared to the others.
But you see the title on the spine reads Animatronics and the Inner Workings by
For dummies.
by Dr. Kirrell. Kirrral.
Nice.
You found
Sure
something,
there's no
Tara?
apostrophe in there, or Q?
No, all good. No,
Awesome!
no silent
Wow,
G's
that's very
or
interesting.
Z's or anything. No.
Did you find anything?
Yeah. I'm going to find somewhere that looks generally comfy. And
You,
sit.
as far as comfort goes, you find these large, high back, like plush chairs,
Wow.
and they're almost like
Out of interest.
crushed velvet.
Sorry. Out of interest, does Terra actually feel comfort?
Probably not, but I look
But you
for
want to-
somewhere
you want-
that looks comfy enough float.
Yeah, you find one of the crushed velvet, like royal red, high back chairs that are set with small side tables on either side. Very much like, imagine like a sort of like a business lounge in the airport. You know, you've got like the very posh seats with a little side table on either side. Imagine like that, but just in this library. It's incredible.
Lovely.
Um,
I'll keep enough space on the seat if Red can fit on it, or fit on the
you just
side
you
part.
just see Red just like look, grab a couple of books, and as she looks at one, boring, across the floor, another one.
Do I hear
Shit.
this?
Yeah, you do hear.
Red, put him back. Have some respect.
They're
I
just
know you're gonna throw
books.
another one,
I wasn't gonna throw another one.
and I wait to hear the sound of another one being thrown.
And you hear.
I fucking knew it.
And you
I'll just carry on with the book, though.
you hear Red's voice just go.
And I'm just shaking now.
Yeah, you just hear Red's voice echo through the chamber. Oh, this is so boring. As she just like sits down heavily in one of the chairs just next to you, Tara. And just
So Red,
stares at you.
you can be our watch out if any of those glass things come.
Okay, that's more fun than this shit.
I know. You can be the shadowed centurion.
Shut up. As she just heads out the main doors.
I will say I probably would have been looking as well, because
Okay.
there's not a lot I can really do.
All right, so both you and Red head outside the doors and just like keep an eye out across the entire street in front of you. Gerald, did you say you're doing anything?
Yeah, next on my list is to find something made out of ivory. I mean, it's in a royal library-looking place.
Okay,
Something might be made out of ivory in this
roll
place.
investigation check for me.
Fine, the walls are completely made
Yeah.
out of ivory.
That is 17.
You do find this small bust, kind of depiction of a
Young Theron.
no, of a in all fairness, this figure, it does look very similar to Theron, just with a little bit more gruff, a little bit
Reader of the
a little bit more portly, just in the face and the cheeks, but with a little bit of a beard on there as well. But aside from, you know, if it's slimmed down and shaved a little bit more, yeah, looks like Theron.
Yeah, take the bust and just move it behind one of the bookshelves. Go behind.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take Alistair and just like slice a few bits off the bust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll just put it to the side somewhere. We're not going to worry too much about this. Then I'm going straight back up to the desk where Theron is.
Do I notice him with my passive perception, or am I too?
I'd say, I mean, it's really because everything echoes in here. Because when it was busy, it wouldn't echo because it'd still be quiet, but you'd hear like books being moved and pages being turned, so it'd fill up the space. But you do hear like a as you hear like the metal kind of like cutting into an object.
Gerald, you're not cutting the books, are you?
Never cut the books. I'm just getting materials. Don't you?
Okay, as long as it's not the books, man. Respect
Not
the
even-
books.
Not even the bookshelves. Don't you worry. And
Well, I'm fine with that then.
we're coming back. Oh dear.
Do we find anything in the book?
Well, just until that happens, Gerald, as he walks over to you, Theron.
So, if you can just give me something that's a little bit specific, what knowledge do you want? It can only be about one thing.
Huh. Well, what are the prerequisites? Is there any rules to this?
I say something as such, think about it, meditate a little bit about it. I'll get some knowledge. It's not an exact science, you know.
I was just wondering. Because my memory is so fuzzy about what happened back then, I was so young. I'm just wondering, can you find out lore? I'm just thinking about the tower itself.
Do we want the tower, pike, magic in the area?
Ah, the only problem with Pike is he's a sneaky little bastard. And I don't know how much information. Go on, do it. Fuck it.
Pike himself?
Yeah, why not? I'll leave it up to you, though. It's your choice.
Okay, I think I've only got one shot at this, so... Gerald will find himself a chair, table, set up the incense and the strips, and he'll ignite the incense, along with sort of just hitting more of a cross-leg meditating pose that you can hit, and we'll cast Legend Lore,
Okay.
which of course consumes the incense but not the strips.
And I'll just be like, well, at least you're not in a blood rage.
And he's just going to then say, $1 Pike. And yes. From this, the spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. And the more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed it is.
Okay. All right.
Do you want any more of the spell, or are you good with that?
That's all good.
Okay.
Gerald,
Mm.
you close your eyes and you meditate. You feel the incense just coursing through your nose and will course through your beak, and out again. And you feel yourself push this name, Midola Pike, just out into the ether. And you see the letters appear before you. M I D O H L E P I K E, just all in front of you, one after the other.
Gonna rearrange.
And it just pushes further away slightly, just so you can see it easier. And just as you push to gain knowledge of this entity, you see the letters shake slightly before they all begin to just crumble to ash and nothing. Before the ether is just as it pushes you away.
Okay. This takes 10 minutes, by the way, as well.
You get a sense that there is no entity in this universe by that name.
Oh shit, raw drop.
Stage name.
That in itself is quite a big thing. So, did you find anything? Big G?
Well, I'll let
I'll-
everything
yeah,
else occur.
I'll say, Gerald's spending a bit of time on that, whilst
Oh, okay, yeah.
Theron, I know, Terra, I'll get back to you in a moment,
No worries.
because I know you've got that book as well. Theron, with that such high roll, looking through this dusty tome that you've undusted, you find a loose piece of script that falls out, and you think it's one of the pages that have been torn out, but it is a loose little footnote and just a small piece of parchment that has some images doodled and some handwritten notes. And you begin to read it, and it's... What languages do you know?
Ooh, let's a shufty.
I say
All of them.
I say all of them because I want to. +4, bitch.
yeah. Nerd
All
plus
of them,
four.
+4 that
Nerd
I didn't
plus
even
4.
know that I knew.
I know common, deep speech, primordial, sylvan. That's it.
Okay. Well,
Gotcha.
you notice that this is written in High Sylvan.
Is that different than normal sylvan?
No. The only accent you can
Posh
get
terms.
is the way it's written, and the way it speaks is that of the writer is very much of importance and nobility. However,
His name isn't Kuri, does it? Kuri doesn't write this, did he?
no. But you read through, and it begins a tale that depicts a break in reality and the entire plane of existence, tearing open to allow other pasts and presents, other dimensions and planes to flow out, bringing the universe to complete chaos and ruin, allowing each little part of the universe slowly seep out of one pipe, almost. And you see that there is some kind of evil behind this, but only in theory. There is a catalyst, there's a drive behind it, and it's no natural occurrence. It is done by the minds of the arcane. This can only be achieved by that of an arcane mind to create this dimension tear, or dimensional tear. You keep reading, and you find that the tome, or the small little script of ancient High Sylvan, reveals that there is some ancient weapon that must be used to end the madness. It is a it is a small dagger with a jet black and ivory white handle with a twisted yet curved blade heading up to the hilt.
Can you describe that again? Sorry.
So it's a black, a obsidian black and ivory white handle, and affixed to it is a twisted, curved blade. And you read on as it is described as an ethereal dagger, as it must be driven into the heart of evil to end the chaos and leave the world in peace.
So I'm trying to catch up with writing.
It's okay.
Go to thingy,
Yep.
Tara.
In the meantime, thank you, sir. Thank you for the permission. Tara.
Yeah.
Nerd plus
Nerd
one.
plus one.
Tara, are you reading through this small tome?
I am.
Okay.
I am, yeah.
You read through what Dr. Kirill says and points out the theories of animatrons, or these variants of what were widely known as Warforged, or arcane titans, as creations of wizards and witches alike. And these, you see a few detailed drawings and diagrams of the inner workings of a Warforged, and then compared to the theoretical or maybe even applicable designs that Kirill had drawn out of the inner workings of a modernized Warforged as a clockwork animatron servant or aid. You see that Kirill does write that there's no need to find any humanity in these creations, as they have no feelings, no minds. They are there to serve and aid you, and it should bring you no quarrel to worry about any kind of feelings. You see more diagrams based on the joints, the inner workings of things that pivot but can also move on a vertical plane and horizontal. There is, through reading, there is small bits and pieces of how to construct your own animatron.
Okay.
And the tools and the resources needed. But there is a few areas that have been left out intentionally.
Okay.
So you would be able to create most of an animatron, just not in its complete design and entirety. The two places that you find there is no writing about is within the head
Yeah.
and within the sternum.
Out of interest, yeah. You know the parchment that was in the tome? Is it a part of the tome?
No, so at first you worried it was another page that had been torn out or just weathered away, but it is a
separate
piece of parchment that has been...
Does it look newer or older than the tome?
Roll an investigation check again for me, with advantage this time, because you read through it.
10 plus 8.
Compared to the book itself,
Mm-hmm.
it looks older than the book.
Okay. Interesting. If I find the pen. And what is it? Is the title of the book and the author in any way important whatsoever?
There is no title and no author to this tome.
Okay. Just in case it's a clue for some other. Yeah.
We double back.
Yeah.
Like a note to reader. I knew you were going to read this, Theo.
Enjoy the reading.
The thing is, though, that's not out of the question with timey-wimey bullshit.
Yeah.
Who knows? I could leave this message.
Yeah. From
from a from a previous timeline. We don't know.
I will add,
It's
because
Theon's library.
because your investigation is always so high. With this piece of parchment looking older than the book itself.
I burn it.
When you did pull it out, there was no outline on the page it was stuck on. There was no imprint of where it should be clean as opposed to where the dust has seeped in. You almost get the feeling like this parchment has been, albeit it's older, it has recently been put into this tome.
Yeah.
Placed from one tome to another.
So it's new and old.
Yes.
All we need now is something blue.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
For Red and Tara's wedding.
Exactly.
Or Rayloff and Theron's wedding. One of the two.
Yeah.
Whoa! Let's not go
Just
there.
saying.
That's
Shall we
not,
say Little
that's not a
Girl and
fish.
Melon?
Yeah, little girl on Malon's wedding. Tara, is there anything else you wish to try and figure out from this tome?
Just to see if the creator has any, not any further questions, but more of that kind of based off. Now that I've seen that it's just a functional aid, if it has any, more, I want to know more about the creator. Or the creator / author. But to see if there's any marks on any pages to go of, if someone else has looked at it and thought I could try to make one of my own, or when you should write on another piece of paper notes. If anyone's written on it.
Roll investigation check for me, please.
Theron was here.
Lucky die.
Yeah,
One.
go for the loaded 19.
14.
Okay.
And with that, wait. Investigation. 16.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, we got one more.
The closer you look to the spine of the book, you notice the parts that were missing for the head and the chest. They weren't supposed to be. You look close enough to the spine on the inside of the book, and you do see the faintest remainders of where the pages used to be. You see some of the pages do have been bunny-eared, and the corners have been folded. And you flick through, and towards the back, you see a few more pages ripped out. But then at the back you see like a small list of names that people had written on inside the book, almost like a commemorative, like, I was here, I've read this.
Yeah.
Just to add into the group, because you can tell it's definitely not a published tome that has gone out to everywhere in the world that you are aware of. And you only see 2 names on this book on the inside. see Dr. Samuel Kirill with a small signature below it.
Okay.
With no apostrophe.
No apostrophe or hyphens or anything.
Is this his name at the top, or is this underneath this other name?
Both of these names are handwritten in the book.
Okay.
And you're unaware as to if it was written in after the book was published or before, as in it's part of the book. They're kind of smudged-ish and worn away, so you're unsure.
Yeah. But maybe more assume it was written after.
Yeah.
Okay, from the smudge.
But you see Dr. Samuel Kirill and then his signature below. And the next name, again very smudged, but with that high investigation check you're able to work out. It says Duke Ballantyne with a small signature below it as well.
Did you say Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Possibly.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't the same Duke as before. Oh, sorry, matter. Don't worry.
Could be. Okay. I am going to keep the book.
Okay. You
But there's
pocket
one
that.
book I definitely need to look for, but I'll let other people.
So, Gerald,
hold it.
by this time, you have come to your senses and clarity, and you look over to Theron, who's still thumbing through, and you see him, like, his eyes, like, widen as he's reading something before you head over to him. And just, Theron, just as you finish reading about that ethereal dagger,
Yeah.
you just see Gerald looking over at you.
Hey, Gerald.
Want to know all the lovely and brilliant information I've just collected?
Please, do tell. For I have information as well.
Great. Vanilla Pike does not actually exist. Know fuck all about him.
What do you mean he doesn't exist? He clearly does exist.
I use a spell. The name that we know him as technically exists. He does not exist.
Well,
It is not his real name.
that's rather,
So the spell failed.
you know what? It kind of matches up with, this piece of parchment here. Are you able to read Sylvan?
Not at all.
Ah, here we go. I can't bother to explain it all. I'll basically just tell him what I've just said.
Okay. So go. You know, how would Theron convey this information? Just the footnotes.
So now you're going to make me read through me
Yes.
scroll notes.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
I was going to rewrite
That's why
after.
I type it down.
Listen, it doesn't need to be exact. Just whatever notes that you've got down that you would like to convey to Gerald as far as main information you want to share.
I only said this because last campaign.
I'm trying to find the right way
up.
up.
To me every single time. Boring.
Nerd.
Here it's in.
Plus
It's
four.
written in high,
Cunt.
pretty much. It's written in High Sylvan. This page itself is actually older. It looks older than the book. It looks like it's been placed recently, which is pretty fascinating. But hey, I guess we won't know the answer anytime soon. Well,
Thanks.
I guess we'll see.
In time.
It tells of a tale, a break in reality. That's all I've really put on.
That's okay.
So cool.
Other dimensions, times. Yeah, that's all I've put really. I haven't put anything like thingy.
Yeah.
I was going like, come back.
That's
Ah,
okay.
sure.
But what's this part here about the obsidian black dagger? Because Gerald can actually read Silver, and I'm just fucking with him.
and that is Gerald looming over this.
Yeah,
part?
he's just like right over
Yeah.
you, and leans down to point at where it talks about the obsidian black and ivory white handle, and he traces it perfectly across those words.
Yeah, and I'll just slap him around the back of the head.
You just feel it. You just feel it's like.
Oh, come on. I had you there.
You know what? I'm a bit rusty on Sylvan, okay? I can sort of read it, but it takes me a while, okay?
Oh, there. You don't happen to have the random weapon, legendary weapon?
Oh, yeah, sure. In a minute. I just start rummaging the shelves going, oh, is it here? No. Is it here? No, it's not here.
Oh, go on. Anyway, what? Why is this page here then?
Well, obviously someone's put it here. I was actually looking at the actual tome itself, but I wasn't after this particular piece of paper, so it is curious how it is here. However, this may all be a part of Dickhead's plan, so who knows? But it's knowledge nevertheless. We should repeat this knowledge to the other guys, and you can repeat it.
Nonsense. I don't know
Nonsense.
shit. I can't read Sylvan. Gerald's going to walk off.
Okay.
I'm the go to slap him again, but at that point he's walking off.
Yeah. Okay.
I think,
Fucker.
Gerald, if things aren't progressing too much, I was going to start looking for... Right, he's going to be scanning essentially around for like mythical or legendary artifacts or a book that he thinks would describe like legendary artifacts.
Okay. Roll investigation check for me, please.
22.
22. You find a tome that isn't so dusty, and you find it might, be fairly used or has been fairly popular. However, you do thumb through the pages, and the pictures are gorgeous. The illustrator is incredible for this tome, but you do find exactly what was written on that script. You find the ethereal dagger. And
We'll find that out.
And you read, and you find not only is it functional as a standard weapon, but what it can do is any creatures that are partway past, present, or in between dimensions or planes, all versions of them on whatever plane they are on, once they are stabbed, they will be stabbed on every single plane of existence that their form, soul, or mind is ever on. You also read that if it is used to root out any evil, and you notice that this tome refers to evil very broadly. But either broadly, but also very narrowly at the evil that you are expecting.
Yeah.
It reads for the ethereal dagger to take hold of every form and existence of the creature at hand. It must be and only be the final stab to the heart this creature shall ever know. You also read that, albeit these artifacts are usually traded here and there and sold on to be an antique or to just trade around to the sort of the noble and royal aristocrats of Valdur and Westrum. However, you do you do see that the last known buyer of said item at auction, you see a small scrawling of a Lord Lustofson.
Oh.
And you find that it is, it does go on to say that Lord Lustofson, Lord of the Keep of Girolf and the surrounding city, guardian of neighbouring towns, was the last to purchase said item.
Okay. In this book as well, I'd like to look for 2 more artifacts,
Okay.
if possible. 1 is my ring, and 2 is a legendary bardic tool of a gold box that could reportedly transform into any instrument.
Okay. So, for the ring, you thumb through the pages, and you find the title of the Ring of the Abyss. And you find a depiction, and the picture is exact as you compare the ring to it. And you just see the bottom half of the page torn out.
So I'd just get the name essentially from
You
there.
just see the name in the picture.
I will say, all this information seems too convenient.
Well, we're actively looking, aren't we?
No, but I mean with the page being torn out specifically for the
yeah.
ring, the note in the book. Well,
Mysterious.
anyway. Yes, most mysterious.
$1 billion.
And possibly my dad owning the thing. Obviously, I don't know yet.
The magical golden box for the ever-changing instrument. You notice that you can tell a bard has written this description and given it to whoever the author was of this book. It depicts the fantastical array of instruments that this item can turn into. The bard's necessity is what they have titled it. And it is objectified as the one true instrument and the one true thing any bard should only ever possess in their lives. They should never eat, sleep, nor drink. They should only ever have this tool, and that will make their life complete. It has been passed around through different auctions. The last known location of where the item has been put up on display would be in Krelgard Charge, the capital of Yolderheim.
So we're going there next year.
And yeah, make sure and yeah, it's the tool itself is named, at least by the book, as the Bard's Necessity.
Don't forget, we do have to go back to cracked dragon ice place as well.
But while we're in Graldine, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
While you're figuring all that out, Tara, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm trying to look for the book that may tell me about how to either find or make Duke's identification powder.
Okay. You don't really find any notes or tomes regarding arcane powder. You see plenty of artificers documenting taking general powder in whatever form they chose and infusing it with an identify spell.
Okay.
It's the best that you can find.
While this is all going on, can I just transcribe the Sylvan into?
Into common, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing.
If I get multiple references to say that it is just powder with infused identification, I'll take that on board to say that's what we do.
Okay.
Does it say any particular on what powder? I'm assuming it's not just gunpowder. Or
No.
black powder.
No. The gunpowder that is used was only used because of the chemical format of the powder, and with the spell infused into it, needed to be ignited for it to work.
Okay.
Through reading, you do see plenty of other uses of different powders. That some need to be submerged into water, some need like a vigorous shake around. Plenty of different powders have different ways to activate them.
Okay. But the one particular I'm looking for is just the identifying one, and that is putting identification on powder.
Yes, you read of the artificers saying it is generally an easy thing to do. It takes a few days and takes some resources and energy to actually infuse a spell into an item. But
does it say on how much
it's doable.
of the item? Is it just the quantity of how much powder I have it that angle?
You get a variety of different answers. There's some that pray that it's the cheap and cheerful way is the best, whereas you don't need any monetary value, whereas some other artificers have written that is nonsense and preposterous, as the quality of your ingredients will be shown in the quality of your product. A general estimate you find is whatever kind of finite powder you use, you want whatever amount to be like the highest quality, and roughly about 250 gold's worth in quality of said powder.
250 gold.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do while on their watch? Actually, Rayloff, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Perception check I can do.
How to train your owl.
0.
Roll investigation for me, Tara.
Yeah.
And what did you get, Rayloff?
8.
8. Okay.
Because my rolls are terrible.
Okay.
I think I'm finding it.
Red rolled a little better, but not too much. You look around the barren market in the streets. It's odd just how silent it is, and you just hear that wind constantly past you. And you hear Red at that time as you see her looking past you towards the clock tower and and you see Yggdrasil, the immense tree. And she just looks around you. So, you ready for another fight?
Yeah. I don't think, well, hopefully it should go better than the last one.
It'll be fine. I mean, as long as I'm there to save you. Huh? And she just starts nudging you in your thigh.
Yeah.
Hey, so, what would you say if, because everyone else, they have money and they have things that they like. What about when we defeat Pike? We have a little rummage around in the keep. See what things that, Theron's family probably forgot to take or hide. Maybe just, a little extra coin. And whatever we find together, we can split 50-50. Okay, alright, my last offer, 60-40 to me.
Makes the deal worse.
How about we beat Pike first, and then we can decide how much you're going to pillage Theron's dead parent.
Okay, but I'm just saying, renegotiation, it's instantly 70-30 to me. Just saying, you're losing equity here.
80-20 now.
But we'll revisit this afterwards. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay, and she just holds up a little fist to you.
I'll sort of hold mine up and it's like just sort of look between them.
And yeah, yours is 4 times the size of hers. Easy.
I'll just sort of like hold my 2 fingers out.
And she just.
Yeah.
Right. But Relaf, you don't see anything untoward right now. It is just a barren, silent streets. So unless you want to do anything.
How long would you say? Actually, I wouldn't be able to cast that anyway.
Cast.
Yeah, first.
Yeah, no. I'll probably just pull out a couple of rations and just throw one to Red and just start eating.
Yeah, both of you just start munching away, hungrily so. Just to warm up yourselves while the cold chill is passing by.
Yeah.
Even though the cold affects Red way more than it does you.
Yeah.
However, the rest of you.
In that case, can I just go to Gerald, be like, so the information you found, did you find the ethereal dagger thingy?
And wouldn't you believe it? Your dad purchased it last.
No shitting way.
Well, unless you spell Lufostans differently. I think so.
Well, there was this neighboring family from, cause it's my fucking dad. Right, come here. Bring the information. I'm gonna write it out a few times so we've got copies of the information. I don't want the information to get lost.
No worries.
Let's see. Let's compare all the information together. Let's see what we've got.
But when you said we're going to get all the information together, Gerald is going to tear the page of the dagger out the book. Shh. No worries, we've got it on us right here.
And you just see, like, Theon just like,
Twitching. The fuck did he just do in front of my eyes?
and I'll just take the page and like,
Mending.
Oh yeah, I forgot, there was also another thing I enjoyed in here.
no, don't.
As Gerald tears the other
golden box
one. Gerald pulls the other page out and just with a smile just like begins to hand that over to you.
I want to find this item as well.
I'll just take off my glasses. I'm like, by the gods.
Theron, as you put your glasses back on, and Gerald, you notice, Theron, you put your glasses back on, and just for a second, as you're like complete, and you're just looking over, you hear, and 2 little scratches and cracks have emerged on each spectacle.
What do these even mean?
I didn't think your glasses would react more than you did to this.
Okay, I'll try taking them off again and putting them back on. Nothing happens, I gather.
No.
I'll put them down, and I'm just going to try smash them. Are they smashed?
You take your hand up and they are smashed.
Okay, and I'll be surprised. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think that was going to happen. So I'll just considering I don't actually need the glasses, by the way. They were just, I thought they made me look cool.
Yeah, definitely not.
What's this
how
say
you
again?
Gonna see?
Don't worry about it. So I'll just shove that to one side for a sec.
It's okay.
And
You're still recognizing my sound.
Yeah, and I'll just transcribe all the known information about the ethereal dagger and add it to the thing that I wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah. And can I grab any inkwells that I can? while I'm here.
Okay. Roll an investigation check with disadvantage for me.
100
Too late.
for both of them.
Oh, I'd like to
Even
provide a bit
I
of
learned this
metagame
off
knowledge
Red.
to Tara. I never returned the bag of holding.
That's cool.
Just
Well,
to
it's
remind
not
you, if you
cool,
ever say I
but
go for it.
haven't, yeah.
I rolled a 16 and a 17 plus what's it? What
I'll
one
roll
was
it up to
investigation.
you again.
It's probably going to be a 7 or 8
Yeah. But I think it's 7 last time. 16 plus 7.
in a minute. 8.
Oh wait, so say 24. Okay, really cool. You find 3 pots of standard ink, and you find, yeah, it's a good enough roll. You find 2 full pots of arcane ink, used for transcribing and copying spells.
And what was the normal ones?
3 standard writing ink, or 3 standard pots of, or inkwells of writing ink.
To chuck it more
Yes,
glass
exactly.
things.
And 2 arcane inkwells. Oh, sorry, 2 pots or 2 inkwells of arcane ink.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. Take time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll just transcribe all this. I'll be like, Tara, did you find anything that you needed to know? What did you actually look for?
My role for how to train your
Dragon?
owlbear,
Yeah.
I got a non-natural 20 with a +2.
You find a very colourful, very short, small book, but very colourful, that, funnily enough, is how to train your owlbear and its acquaintances.
I'm not even gonna look in the book. I'm just going to grab the book and be like,
You also find another book, same coloration to it, behind it, that is called Animal Buddies.
silly question. I'm gonna take that one.
And then underneath it just says, like, forbidden love, but it doesn't say it.
And yeah, you find how to train your owlbear and its acquaintances, and you find a book called Animal Buddies.
And animal buddies.
Buddies.
But I will reply to Theron. I think I managed to find what I needed. Can you can identify it, aren't you?
No, I cannot.
Sick. Do you know anyone that can?
Have you seen Geralt? Unless I can convince a glass creature to fucking help us out.
Okay.
Unless some of Red's guys don't kill us and one of them might have it. Maybe. I doubt it, but...
We'll need a lot more powder to get some, and I'll go for the bag of holding and then realise.
What have you done?
Gerald. I was going to show you the powder, but he has it. So...
Who?
I was trying... Gerald.
Oh, I thought you were just shouting his name out because you wanted a piece of him. Every other one does, so... You know.
Well, it's a given, but...
Well, yeah. And men, apparently, so... Yeah.
Apparently so. But no, I was trying to look for more powder, because we seem to be using a lot of it very suddenly, so...
Well, I wanted to
I'll
see...
be the one to find out how to make it, but... You know,
Well, the real burning question is, do plasmoids also fancy Gerald? Who knows?
I couldn't care less. I'm gonna go find Gerald. I'm gonna go try find Gerald.
Hearing my name, I'm gonna hide from Tara.
Okay. Roll the stealth check for me.
Gerald! I am actively gonna look for
Yeah.
Gerald.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
That's 22.
You know, I cannot beat that.
You can't find him. As you are looking around, though,
Gerald!
you go down a few of the bookshelves and like hallways, or like I guess like yellow corridor spaces between the bookshelves, and you're just calling out for Gerald, and you get to the back corner.
The porn
and-
section.
Yeah, near enough like the adult like erotica sections, and as you kind of like come round the end of the bookcase, you see a human figure with a long black trench coat with a high collar up, jet black hair that is like slicked back, and a pale complexion with a slight sort of like brown chin beard and like small little goatee, and you just see like the waft of his hair kind of. He scratches his head and he's looking at this book just in the corner with his like back to you, or with his like shoulder to you.
I'll find something that's light enough for me to throw.
And just as you grab and you're about to throw, you just see the figure just like turn its head to you.
And mid flat.
Yeah, just as it. You just see the figure just turn around with a smile and about to open their mouth before the book slams in their face, and you just and you see the book. You absolute.
I'm so sorry. Oh god! I'll kind of like rush over to give him a hand.
Just
Are you okay?
hold on a second. Oh, you cunt. Oh.
I'll pick up the book.
I was fucking reading that.
I can't.
Well, it's a good job you were on the. I'll if he's dropped the book, I'll pick it up to that page, and it's a good job he didn't fall across, I guess.
And he just looks down at the book and then back at you. I think you made me miss my page.
I don't know. It's
That ain't very nice, is it?
It was this one.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Or that one?
What? This one.
Oh, this one. Well, what do you fucking do then?
Yeah.
Can we hear any of this commotion?
You can hear a slight mutter. Like it's echoey, but it's very mumbly and quiet because they are speaking directly to each other.
I'll start trying to stealth my way around.
And he looks back at the page. Hey, come here, cunt. Look at this, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm loving him.
And he just like starts tracing through the words. Do you think that it really looks like that in real life? I mean, I've only really seen them maybe 8, maybe 9 inches at most, but I mean, I think that's just bollocks, isn't it? That's just a load of bollocks.
Is that what he's showing me? Is he showing me bollocks, or
He's showing you a part of an erotica that has been written, and it's talking about like the length of someone's love rod being 15 inches.
Amazing.
Average size.
I've seen longer. No. The attempt of breath is going to fluctuate, as in like I'm crazily confused on what to say or how to say.
Dial-up mode activated.
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, have you not seen any? I mean, I'm not saying I've seen a few angers, but you know, whenever the little cocky bollocks is out, I mean, you got to have a glance, right? You know, it's the only polite thing to do. But I don't think. I mean, that's just bollocks.
Probably.
No way do they write that and think that every man has got. I mean, that's yeah, that's better. That makes the book a little bit better.
Does at this point anyone like actually hear the rip?
You hear the tear just as your face
I don't know
comes
where
down
it
the
is.
bookcase. Oh, you're not searching?
It's there.
Oh yeah, I am searching. I didn't know how far away it was.
Yeah, it's towards the far like eastern corner as you like go across the bookcases along the slight little walkways. and you hear the mumble getting a little bit more distinct of the words you can hear, and then you hear a book page, and then you hear the and then your library nerd +4 scent just go
I know exactly where he is.
and you peer around a bookcase and you see Tara talking to this fairly lithe, slightly broad-shouldered gentleman, not like mega buff, but definitely not skinny either. Very well put together human man. Small brown goatee that with a little bit of the chin bar going on, and very clean, slick back black hair that like some of it just puffs out a little bit, but almost like comfortably so, you know, not like all matted and greasy, but well put together, with a long black trench coat on. And you notice Terra as well as he turns and he's like pointing through things. He's got a lovely button-down linen shirt on with maybe some parts of satin and a beautiful like tailoring across the shirt, as well as the trousers, and almost like wearing like a full suit almost. And you see like a small waistcoat that is just embroidered with a gorgeous design of this sort of like blue, or sorry, this very like midnight blue with like grey trim and different like embroidered grey. It looks amazing. But Theron, you peek around just as both Terra and this man, who's about, how tall are you, Terra?
I can tell you precisely in 1 second. 5'6".
Okay. He's about 5'10", so he's not super tall, but he's just a little bit taller, and he's just showing you the book, and both Terra and this man are just pointing and looking at the book and then discussing things from the book.
I'll just be like, if you're after erotica, and then I'll start thumbing through the names of the ones that I sort of read later on in life.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, you really want this one.
And you see the man like perk his head up. Where's that accent from?
Well, kind of from here, I guess.
Right.
Like right now, from here.
Yeah, I gathered that. I mean, you know, it doesn't take a super smart cunt to actually understand the words that come out of your fucking mouth, does it?
I haven't said that it does or doesn't.
Well, I can tell by the voice already. You're that Lofstofson kid, right?
And I dropped the book and I ready Firebolt. I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, all we were told that there was a bunch of cunts that were going to come by and have a little look around. But, and he slams the book shut and turns to you, Terra. We'll read that later. And he puts it just back on the bookcase. Unfortunately,
we'll pay you more.
Yes, you will. But I already know that all of you cunts are travelling with my daughter. So how about you go tell her that Daddy's here?
You on about Red?
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Right there.
Oh, God.
He already knows we're with her, so...
Yeah, but he's gonna hate her guts even more. So you know the one person we know. I don't even fucking tell that she can't have kids him.
I like the fact that he pointed out clearly who he was and what he knows, and then Theon's like, "Do you mean Red?" The fuck else?
What was that? Not Theron in a nutshell?
Yeah, that is Theron. Oh shit!
Nah, I met my daughter Amber.
Yeah. All right then. Oh, I'm so excited. Unfortunately, Gerald, you're not going to be here for the next two because you're a bitch. But I'm very excited for the next few episodes because hopefully we are getting closer and closer to the confrontation with Me Dollar Pike or whatever the entity's name really is. But for everyone watching, thank you very much for sticking around. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. I mean, it's been a blast, and obviously everyone here is a nerd +4. Bonus. But yeah, with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see you again next time.